As tensions rise between the United States and China over control of the Pacific, the race for air dominance is intensifying rapidly. In the middle of this showdown, America has rolled out a new war machine that's grabbing global attention, Boeing's F-15EX. This isn't just another fighter jet. It's a heavyweight built for unmatched speed, range, and firepower, capabilities that have the world talking. Could this be the game changer in modern air combat? And what exactly gives it an edge in today's high-stakes skies? Join us as we reveal the physics-defying capabilities of the brand-new F-15EX that the United States is testing. Boeing Defense has recently made significant progress in the development of the F-15EX Eagle II, an advanced multi-role fighter designed to meet the evolving needs of modern aerial combat. On March 18, 2025, the company confirmed that the F-15EX EX-9, the first aircraft from Lot 2 production, had been cleared for flight testing. This is an exciting step in the aircraft's journey, with EX-9 now positioned on the flight line and ready for the next phase of evaluations. The F-15EX Eagle II is the latest evolution of the iconic F-15 family, which has long been a mainstay in the U.S. Air Force. This new addition to the F-15 family is the result of a long-standing need for modernization in the U.S. Air Force. In the 2010s, the U.S. Air Force faced a big challenge. Its fleet of fighter jets was shrinking, and they needed a plan for the 2020s. The problem started after the Cold War ended in 1991, with budget cuts and a shift in focus toward fighting smaller, unconventional wars like those after the September 11th attacks. Modernization plans for the Air Force were delayed or scaled back. Originally, the Air Force needed 381 F-22 fighter jets to replace the older F-15A divided by D models, which were built for air superiority. However, in 2009, the plan was cut to just 187 F-22s. To make up for this gap, the Air Force extended the service life of 179 of its aging F-15C divided-by-D jets, which were supposed to retire soon. These planes, often called the F-15-2040C or Golden Eagle, were given upgrades to keep them competitive in modern combat. This included new, more advanced radar systems, infrared search and track technology, and an upgraded electronic warfare system known as EPOR's Eagle Passive Active Warning Survivability System, developed by Boeing and BAE Systems. Some of these upgrades were also planned for the F-15E jets. However, by the mid-2020s, the F-15C and DS were aging quickly, and their continued use was becoming unsustainable. The aircraft were experiencing structural issues that made it clear they wouldn't last into the 2030s. At the same time, the F-35 fighter, which was supposed to replace older planes, was facing delays. This left the Air Force with a gap in its fighter fleet, as the F-15s were expected to retire by 2026. Restarting F-22 production was also considered, but it turned out to be too expensive. Rebuilding the production lines and finding part suppliers would be costly and time-consuming. This situation pushed the Air Force to rethink its strategy, ultimately leading to the need for new fighter jets to fill the void left by the older models. The solution was clear. The Air Force needed a fighter that could keep up with modern threats and ensure the U.S. stayed ahead in the skies. While all this was happening, Boeing was already working on upgrading the F-15E for export customers, leading to a major design update called the F-15 Advance Eagle. The first of these updated planes, the F-15SA, flew in February 2013, followed by the F-15QA in 2017. Then, in 2018, after a series of studies showed that a mix of 4th and 5th generation fighters could help the U.S. Air Force affordably rebuild its fleet, Boeing and the USAF started discussing a new version of the F-15 known as the F-15X, based on the F-15QA. This would replace the aging F-15C divided-by-D models. Initially, Boeing proposed both single-seat and two-seat versions of the aircraft. However, to save costs, the USAF chose a two-seat F-15EX, since only two-seat models were still being produced. In 2019, the USAF included 8 F-15E in its 2020 budget request. This decision allowed the use of the existing F-15 production line, with minimal additional costs, enabling the U.S. to quickly bring more fighters into service. It also helped support Boeing's St. Louis division and maintain a diverse U.S. fighter production base. The F-15EX came with several improvements, including AESA radar, IRST, and the EPOR system, all part of ongoing upgrades to the F-15 fleet. The F-15EX also benefited from the F-15QA's enhanced structure, offering a service life of 20,000 hours, new cockpit controls, and an upgraded weapon system, including the AMBER Advanced Missile and Bomb Ejector Rack, for carrying up to 22 air-to-air missiles. While the F-15EX may not be as stealthy or survivable against the latest air defenses as a fifth-generation F-22 or F-35, it still plays a critical role. It can perform air superiority missions by protecting the homeland and air bases, enforcing no-fly zones against less advanced air defenses, and providing support for stealth fighters at the front line by carrying heavy standoff weapons. In July 2020, the U.S. Defense Department placed an order for 8 F-15E/S worth $1.2 billion to be delivered over 3 years. The F-15EX made its first flight on February 2, 2021. A few months later, on April 7, 2021, the F-15EX was officially given the name Eagle II. The U.S. Air Force's fiscal year 2021 budget included $1.23 billion for 12 more F-15E/S, bringing total orders to 20 aircraft, with plans for 144 in total. However, by May 2022, the USAF reduced its order to 8 planes. As of 2024, the Air Force's budget proposal included funding for 24 additional F-15E/S, which would bring the total planned fleet to 100. With production ramping up, the Air Force is not just increasing its numbers, it's investing in a much more capable version of the aircraft. The Advanced Eagle is a powerful upgrade, combining various improvements originally developed for export versions of the aircraft. Some of the major changes include the full integration of the General Electric F-110G129 engine and a new electronic warfare system known as the AN/LQ-239 Digital Electronic Warfare System. This system replaced the older Tactical Electronic Warfare system and gave the aircraft better protection against modern threats. Another major upgrade is a redesigned wing structure that boosts the plane's service life. The new wings are stronger and last longer, increasing the aircraft's overall lifespan to 20,000 flight hours. The jet also features an advanced digital fly-by-wire control system, replacing the older mix of electronic and mechanical systems. This not only improves stability and control, but also reactivates 2 wing pylons that were previously disabled on older F-15s due to flutter problems. These pylons can now safely carry extra weapons, increasing the jet's firepower. The F-15QA, made for Qatar's Air Force, was the first to include this latest version of the wing and also introduce the Advanced Display Core Processor 2, a much faster and smarter mission computer. Both the pilot and the weapons systems officer also benefit from a new large touchscreen display in the cockpit that measures 10 by 19 inches, making it easier to control the plane and manage weapons during complex missions. Based on the F-15QA, the F-15EX adds more advanced systems for the U.S. Air Force. These include the Raytheon AN/AR APG-82V 1AESA radar, which give the aircraft powerful tracking and targeting capabilities. It also comes with BAE Systems' Eagle Passive Active Warning and Survivability System, EPORS, which helps the jet detect and avoid threats. Another key addition is a Lockheed Martin Legion pod with the IR-ST-21 sensor, which allows the jet to track enemy aircraft using heat rather than radar, an advantage when flying in stealthy or jammed environments. Although some export variants have a common missile warning system, the F-15EX does not. However, it still has the sensor housings, which helps avoid redesigning the airframe and ensures the new control system works properly without changes to the jet shape. One of the F-15EX's greatest strengths is its massive payload. In a typical air superiority mission, it can carry 12 air-to-air missiles, including AIM-120 AMRAAMs and AIM-9 Sidewinders. It can also carry AGM-88 HARM missiles for targeting enemy radar systems. With upgraded racks and conformal fuel tank weapon stations, it could potentially carry up to 16 AMRAAMs, 4 Sidewinders, and 2 HARMs, though this hasn't yet been tested or funded. For strike missions, the F-15EX can carry a wide range of weapons. A common loadout includes 16 small-diameter bombs, 4 AMRAAMs, a 2,000 pounds JDAM, 2 HARMs, and 2 external fuel tanks. It's also capable of carrying larger standoff weapons like the AGM-158 JSM and even massive hypersonic missiles like the AGM-183ARW, making it a valuable support asset for stealth jets like the F-22 and F-35. The F-15EX may be bigger and heavier than older versions, but it's a much better performer in the sky. It handles smoothly and allows pilots to fly more aggressively without worrying about losing control. It's also safer and more stable when carrying uneven weapons loads, making it easier to manage during complex missions. Even though it isn't as stealthy as the newest jets like the F-22 or F-35, it's still packed with smart technology that helps pilots spot danger and stay safe. Its radar and defense systems work together to detect threats early and respond quickly. These tools help pilots know what's happening around them at all times and make the jet more difficult for enemies to target. The jet also comes with a high-tech helmet that lets the pilot aim just by looking at a target. It has sensors that can spot enemy aircraft by their heat, which is helpful when dealing with stealthy threats. Some of these tools were used in earlier jets, but the F-15EX brings everything together in a more powerful and efficient package. The aircraft can be flown by just one pilot, but it also has room for a second crew member who can manage weapons and complex tasks. In the future, this second seat might even be used to help control uncrewed aircraft flying alongside it. This means the F-15EX is not just built for today, it's designed to grow with the Air Force's future needs. While the F-15EX is mainly used to fight other aircraft, it can also attack targets on the ground. It has tools that help it spot and strike with accuracy. The jet is designed with a flexible system that makes it easy to upgrade, so as new technology becomes available, it can be added without major changes. These flexible features are just part of a broader effort to turn the jet into one of the most advanced fighters in the world. This year, the performance of the F-15EX has been improved with better upgrades. This fighter has been upgraded with even more advanced avionics, more powerful weapon systems, and increased payload capacities, all designed to keep it at the forefront of modern combat aviation. These enhancements ensure that the F-15EX remains a highly versatile and formidable asset for the U.S. Air Force, capable of addressing both current and emerging threats. The movement of the EX-9 to the flight line is a key milestone in the F-15EX program, and it shows Boeing's ability to overcome several challenges faced during earlier stages of production. Early on, Boeing encountered some quality control issues and had to integrate new automated manufacturing processes. These hurdles could have delayed the timeline for development, but Boeing pushed forward, keeping the project on track. The successful completion of the EX-9 transition to the flight line indicates Boeing's ability to deliver on critical defense contracts and meet tight deadlines. This achievement also speaks to the company's ability to keep the U.S. Air Force's modernization efforts moving forward despite the complexities involved in designing and manufacturing such sophisticated aircraft. When compared to the older F-15C divided by D, the F-15EX addresses several critical limitations inherent in the legacy platforms. One of the most important upgrades is the introduction of an Open Mission Systems, OMS, architecture. This innovative feature allows for the rapid and cost-effective integration of new software, sensors, and weapons, ensuring that the F-15EX remains capable of adapting to evolving combat requirements over its lifespan. This architecture offers a level of flexibility that older systems simply could not provide, ensuring that the F-15EX stays relevant and effective well into the future. In addition to OMS, another standout feature of the F-15EX is its advanced radar system. The aircraft is equipped with the AN/RAPG-82V1 radar, an active electronically scanned array, AESA, radar that significantly outperforms the mechanical radar systems used in the F-15C. Divided by DAESA radar is a game-changer in modern combat, offering superior targeting, tracking, and surveillance capabilities. This advanced radar system enables the F-15EX to detect and engage enemy targets more effectively, even in complex and cluttered environments. The radar, combined with the Eagle Passive Active Warning and Survivability System, EPAWS, gives the F-15E a decisive edge in electronic warfare and self-protection. EPAWS enhances the aircraft's ability to detect and counter threats, enabling it to operate in contested airspace with a higher level of survivability. As the F-15EX progresses through its testing phases, it is becoming increasingly clear that this aircraft will play a critical role in the U.S. Air Force's future. Its advanced technologies, including improved radar, electronic warfare systems, and flexible mission architecture make it a formidable asset capable of tackling a wide range of challenges in modern warfare. The aircraft's ability to integrate new technologies quickly and efficiently ensures that the F-15EX will remain relevant in the face of rapidly evolving threats. Boeing has also stayed on track with its production schedule, keeping the U.S. Air Force's needs at the forefront of its work. The successful movement of EX-9 to the flight line is a significant achievement, signaling that the aircraft is one step closer to full operational capability. Once fully deployed, the F-15EX Eagle II will be a key asset in the U.S. Air Force's efforts to maintain air superiority and enhance its combat capabilities. With the first flight test now underway, the F-15EX is poised to join the ranks of the world's most advanced fighter jets. Building on the excitement surrounding the F-15EX Eagle II, the aircraft's impressive multi-role flexibility and enhanced firepower are essential features that make it a standout addition to the U.S. Air Force's fleet. As Boeing continues to push forward with the program, these capabilities are set to redefine the F-15's legacy while meeting the demands of modern aerial combat. One of the most significant improvements over its predecessors is the F-15EX's payload capacity. Capable of carrying up to 13.6 tons of munitions, the F-15EX offers unparalleled flexibility when it comes to mission execution. This increased capacity allows the aircraft to carry a wide array of next-generation weapons, including the AIM-260 Joint Advanced Tactical Missile, a long-range missile that can take on threats at greater distances than ever before. With 2 additional weapon stations, the F-15EX can deploy these cutting-edge weapons in both air-to-air and air-to-ground missions, enabling it to excel in a variety of roles, from air dominance to strike operations. Whether it's engaging enemy fighters or providing close air support, the F-15EX ensures the U.S. Air Force maintains an adaptable and lethal force in the sky. In terms of performance, the F-15EX retains the exceptional speed and range that have made the F-15 family a symbol of air superiority for decades. Capable of reaching speeds exceeding Mach 2.5, the F-15EX can also travel over 2,760 miles with external fuel tanks, making it ideal for long-range missions. However, the F-15EX goes a step further with upgraded engines, which provide greater thrust, better fuel efficiency, and enhanced reliability compared to the older engines found in the F-15C divided by D. These improvements ensure that the F-15EX can stay in the fight longer and operate in a variety of demanding environments. Additionally, the F-15EX benefits from the introduction of a fly-by-wire flight control system, replacing the older mechanical systems. This modern system offers improved handling, reduces pilot workload, and increases stability, especially during high-performance maneuvers. These upgrades provide a smoother, more responsive flying experience for pilots, ensuring they can maintain peak performance during the most intense combat scenarios. The advanced systems also help increase the aircraft's overall survivability in contested airspace, giving pilots the tools they need to stay one step ahead of any threats. The cockpit of the F-15EX has also been modernized to enhance the pilot's operational efficiency. Equipped with large-area touchscreens and intuitive interfaces, the cockpit provides pilots with quick and seamless access to critical flight and mission data. This modernized cockpit boosts situational awareness, allowing pilots to make better-informed decisions in high-pressure combat situations. The integration of these advanced technologies ensures that the F-15EX is not only a powerhouse in terms of firepower, but also in terms of operational superiority. As part of the U.S. Air Force's plan to replace its aging F-15C divided by D fleet, the Air Force intends to acquire a total of 104 F-15EX aircraft. These will help address the structural fatigue and outdated systems plaguing the older platforms, ensuring that the Air Force's fleet remains capable and ready for any mission. With its advanced avionics, improved weaponry, and multi-role flexibility, the F-15EX is poised to be a dominant force in the skies for decades to come. As the EX-9 aircraft prepares for its initial flight tests, all eyes are on Boeing and the U.S. Air Force to validate the aircraft systems and performance. Successful testing will mark a major step toward full operational deployment, bringing the F-15EX into the hands of U.S. Air Force combat units. Once fully integrated into the fleet, the F-15EX will join an elite group of aircraft that ensure air superiority and national security. Boeing's success in advancing this next-generation fighter platform solidifies its position as a leader in aerospace innovation, continuing the legacy of the F-15 family in safeguarding the skies. Thanks for watching. While you're still here, click on the link on your screen to check out another of our videos. See you there.